Hey, what's going on, you guys? Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. So, we're rolling up to that all important time of the month, you guys, where Binance performs their monthly lunk burn. And it's always been a beneficial thing that we go through as an ecosystem. They're not out there burning SHIB, they're not out there burning Ethereum or burning Bitcoin, they're not burning any other asset aside BNB and LUNC. And it's kind of sad that they don't burn USTC as well, them being the top holder out there for USTC. There you go. If you didn't know that, you learned something today. Yes, they are, in fact, also, on top of being the largest LUNC holder, the largest custodial USTC holder as well. So when it comes down to any changes with Binance, the burn structure, and really performing any changes that they require, it's always best to abide by what they're asking because they have committed to a consistent amount of burning each and every month. This is very beneficial for our ecosystem. And although, like I said, they don't publicize it that well, I really do think this falls down to the current structure when it comes down to anything Binance related. And we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the video. But let's go through this proposal. Let's talk about it a little bit more and let's break it down for you guys. If you don't know, Edward Kim was the initial guy who did all of the work to really bring Binance on side. A group of people began reminting tokens. They had that pushed through governance. It was a very negative situation, and Binance immediately wanted to have their whole wallet structure whitelisted from anything like that in the future. So they simply don't need to worry about all of the drastic changes that may or may not happen on chain. And I think they were preparing for that ultimate reaction from us. And we're never going to, and I really do believe this, find the perfect point. There's never ever going to be a Goldilocks bowl of porridge, if you will, when it comes down to the burn tax. So this proposal seeks the community's approval and validator approval to add 3 new Binance controlled wallets to the burn tax whitelist, and this change would exempt these wallets from the current 0.5% tax on chain during internal transfers, allowing Binance to operate more efficiently while continuing its monthly lunk burn contributions. And there's so many positive points to abiding by what Binance are asking. I think this goes without saying that everybody's going to vote yes on it. Although we might have a few people that feel a little bit different. They might feel that Binance is pulling a leg over on us, if you will. But I'm not going to get into that now. I think this is very bullish. And the reason why I'm saying this is very bullish is because they're expanding their operation, which means that they are preparing for the ultimate situation that they're going to be dealing with more LUNC in the future, and they need to have these 3 wallets added to that whitelist. When we take a step back and we actually look at the overall ecosystem, we're an ecosystem that can perform. We've got all of the key infrastructure, if you will, and there's many different iterations of those structures. We are the chain that can, we are the chain that will. There's a lot of building happening on chain. There's so many different validators out there that are part of the New Guard that are actually trying to build stuff on the LUNC ecosystem. And I've been expecting a big influx for a few weeks now over the course of 2025 as I've looked, stepped back and seen the amount of building that's currently underway. This is leaving me in a position where I'm feeling very good and feeling very positive. I'm feeling very bullish. And I could imagine a lot of other key players in the space may feel the same. And this, to me, gives us a key indication that Binance is expecting some kind of big influx in the near future and they're expanding their operations within the Terra Classic ecosystem. And again, we're not seeing this request coming through for any other coin out there, any other token. We're not seeing it happening for any other blockchain. It's happening for Terra Luna Classic. If the Shiba Inu community had something as big as this under their belt, they would never ever stop talking about it. It would be the main point of burning narratives. It would be a key selling point of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. We, like I said, are an ecosystem that simply doesn't know all of the benefits that we've got under our own belt. Now, going forward, I want to really take a look at the advertising, if you will, the promotion, the publicization of this information that's point critical, and it coming through one person all of the time. This is normal. Binance have always operated like this. They operated previously with the Terra Grants Foundation, and now they're operating directly with Vegas, who took over that role, I think, from Edward Kim. Now, with that being said, we are left in this position where Binance themselves are not going ahead. They're not going to be making that commit that they want merged into the repository to add these three wallets. It's going through Vegas. And again, this doesn't tell the entire story. It doesn't give the ability for everybody out there on X, all of the different YouTubers out there to go, whoa, hang on a minute. Binance is requesting 3 additional wallets be added to their Lunk Burn whitelist. They're clearly expanding their operations. This is clearly part of some bigger play that they're currently working on. And the chances of all of these bigger influencers really picking up on this stuff is quite minimal at this point. If in the worst case, Binance aren't willing to be as public as they should be about the Lunk burns, putting out public requests saying they support the monthly Lunk burns, they would like for these wallets to be added. There's going to be a Commonwealth discussion that goes up. They're then going to go ahead with the proposal. They're going to get the merge up to commit into the repository. You can see how bullish that would be if this was all coming directly from Binance. And it's not, it's coming from that same one individual person, and it doesn't go that far. And if this person is able to directly communicate with Binance, well, shouldn't there be a coordinated effort to bring Binance on side to support the ecosystem directly as they are behind the scenes? If they're being so public about their support with the direct burning, with the continuation of burning, the addition of these free wallets, what are they so scared of at this point in time? And I really think there's more of an effort to conceal that direct communication link, to hide the direct lane of communication, and to harbor that direct lane of communication, and really ensure that any information, news that comes out goes through that one individual person. And that's not how the ecosystem's going to grow. That's not how other people are going to find out that Binance is burning. That's how you keep everything in an echo chamber, and then it ends up circulating on an X space with maybe 50 people in it every so often. It's not really something that's beneficial for the ecosystem. And again, the strongest point here really is, outside of all of this bullish news that we're going through right now, is we need a better distribution of information. We need Binance to really act on their own behalf, and really that person should make a coordinated effort to bring them on side. Binance has always been very patient with us, and it's no harm in asking. The issue is none of us can really ask. Vegas is the only one that can ask, being responsible. But yeah, very, very bullish about this. Hopefully this increases the burns in the future. You won't see a direct increase this month in the burns. That will just be as normal. But maybe, hey, we'll see an increase next month. And if we do see an increase, that would then indicate to us further that they're planning for some kind of big boom ahead. And I really do think this chain is due a big boom. I'm going to be doing a video about that. But look, guys, that's all I've got for you for now. The proposal is up in the deposit phase as well. If you want to go, if you want to add to that, if you want to help Vegas, the options there. I've added a couple 100K to it. Hopefully some other people will, and we can get this through as soon as possible. But yeah, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next one.